My name is Dominique Goodlow, and I'm here with my roommate, Micaiah. Alright, so have you ever wondered how your teacher turned your letter grades, your A's and B's, up into a number, into your grade point average? Alright, well, just even if you didn't, I'm going to teach you how to calculate that just so you can know, because I think there's a lot of different reasons why you should know that. One of the first reasons why I think you should know how to calculate your GPA is because it can tell you your current GPA during the semester, because the GPA is normally only given at the end of the semester or at the end of a full term or anything like that. So during the process, during the semester, you can find out what your GPA is based on the grades that you have currently. Alright, the second reason I think is good because you can use that to estimate what grades you need to get in order to get a certain GPA. Alright, so I'm going to give you a little info about the grade point average. The first thing is that the grades are assigned value in the form of points. So the letter A, your grade of an A, will be worth 4 points. A B grade will be worth 3. A C grade will be worth 2. And a D grade will be worth 1. An F will be worth 0, of course, because you won't get any credit for an F of a grade. Alright, the next thing is that it's based on a 4-point scale. As I mentioned, the A is worth 4 points, and the F is worth 0, which is the 4-point scale. And that's used to calculate your total average, which will be all the grades that you have for the full semester, which is why it's the GPA, which is the average. Alright, so you definitely, in most, not all cases, but in some cases, you need to know the credit hours in order to achieve the correct GPA. For example, with the letter grade of an A and the GPA credit hours, in the credit hours of 2, you would multiply 4, which is the points that you get for an A, times 2, which is the credit hours. That will give you 8 points for that course total. So you have to make sure your first step is to multiply the credit hours times that grade point that comes with that letter grade that you received. Alright, so I just gave you the first step, which is to multiply the credit hours times the grade point. And then the second step will be to calculate the totals for everything. So you add up the total credit hours that you have for all your courses. You add up the total points that you have for all the courses. And the last thing that will give you the real GPA will be to divide the total grade points by the total hours attempted. So, for example, you would divide the points that they gave you over the credit hours. Okay, now we're going to try to do an example. Right here we have just some sample credit hours and some grades, and then we're going to try to figure out the grade point average. Alright, so the first step we're going to do is what? Let me see. First step I'm going to do is put what these credit hours is, the grades for the credit hours is worth. So A is worth 4, C is worth 2, B is worth 3, and the next B is worth 3. So that's going to give me 4, 5, 6. 6 is just 12. I'm going to multiply the credit hours by the point. That's 12. That's 6. That's 3. That's 9. It's going to give me that's 12. That's 8. That's 18. That's 10. That's 0. That's 30 points. Alright. So now I believe I'm going to. Do you have something to say, ma'am? Yes. I want to make sure that you know that you have to have the totals for everything. The total for your just one grade, you don't need this one here. However, you do need to total up your credit hours. But the points for your total points, you need that 30 that you did find. That's 10. I'm going to 10 to my little 30. That goes in 3 times 3.0. That's what I got. Ooh. Alright, so the grade point average is definitely going to turn out to be 3.0. And you want to see my work? Oh, no. Yeah. All that work right there. Yeah, I did that. Alright, so to conclude, it's important to know how to calculate the GPA because it can help you get a leg up on the future of your grades. And it can also tell you your current process.